Hey, what's going on, everybody? In this video, I'm going to show you how to carve raised letters, text, or a raised picture in Carbide Create. It's actually a very simple project. I actually think I say that in almost all my videos, but it really is very simple. It's just very dependent on the complexity of your design. You could either use a pocket toolpath, or you could use an advanced V-carve, or you may use both in the single project. I have a few examples in the queue, so let's go ahead and take a look at each one of those. And make sure to stick around to the end so that you can make sure to see the final product. All right, let's go ahead and jump right into the program.
All right, guys, jumping into Carbide Create. To get raised text or images in Carbide Create, you need to create a vector around your text or image. For the sake of this video, I'm going to consider an entire text or an entire image a single vector, even though each letter of a word or each element that makes up an image is considered its own vector. So let's take, for example, this text. If we select the text and use a V-carve toolpath, we'll get a V-carve output. If we use an advanced V-carve toolpath, we'll get a flat bottom V-carve output. But when you add a vector around your text or image and select both vectors, you now allow your tool to carve around the text or image, giving you the raised output. Simply come over to the Create Vector area, select the shape that is best appropriate, and surround your text or image. So the question is, which toolpath should I use to achieve this raised image or raised text? Depending on the complexity of your text or image, that will determine whether to use a pocket toolpath or an advanced V-carve toolpath. Remember, the advanced V-carve toolpath allows you to use an Endmill to clear out the bulk of the material while letting the V-bit get the finer details. Let's jump into this text example. The top text is a pocket toolpath and the bottom text is an advanced V-carve toolpath. Both look nice at a quick glance, but the devil is in the details. Take a look at the end here. In the pocket toolpath, this transition is curved. When we compare it to the advanced V-carve toolpath, the V-bit allows for a sharp transition, giving us the correct output. Jumping into our image example, the top is a pocket toolpath and the bottom is an advanced V-carve toolpath. In the top carve, you can immediately tell that the image is incomplete because the 1/8 Endmill could not get into this area of the design. Comparing it to the image carved with the advanced V-carve, the V-bit was again able to get into the areas the 1/8 Endmill could not. If I know that my text or image has vectors that are more rounded or are circular, then I would see if a pocket toolpath would be best. But like I said, the advanced V-carve would be my first choice. All right, so let me show you how I actually set this up. Once I have the sign set up and everything's proportional, I come in and select both vectors, the surrounding vector and then the text in this case. Once they're selected, I come over here to the advanced V-carve and I enable area pocket tool. In this case, it is a smaller sign, so I'm going to actually keep it as the 102 1/8 Endmill. For my plunge and feed rates, I typically like to keep it at 80-90. That seems to be what works best for me, and the RPM at 18,000. The max depth that I want to carve to is 0.1. Once I have tool number 1, or the pocket tool, completed, I will then come over to tool number 2, which will be the V-bit, and I'll set that up. So for this example, I'm going to use the 30-degree V-bit. Again, going to keep the plunge and feed rate the same at 80-90 and 18,000 RPM, and the max depth is 0.1. With the setup complete, click OK, and that's the first toolpath. With the text now complete, we're going to do the exact same to the image, keeping the exact same settings, same plunge rate, same feed rate, everything's the same. We're going to just replicate it on the image. All right, just showing you the simulation. There we see that this is a nice raised text, nice raised image. So let's go and send it over to the machine and see what it comes out like.
All right, guys, so here's the final product. I think it turned out pretty good for just a test run and just to kind of get the effect of the raised letters, the raised picture. One thing that I would do differently next time is reduce the plunge and the feed rate of the 30-degree V-bit. I did have some chipping of the letters, specifically this U here at the top. Kind of notorious for chip out, so if I reduce the speeds there, I think I could reduce the chances of it chipping. So that would be the only thing that I would do differently. All right, guys, so that's gonna be it for this video. Make sure to take a look at the other videos for beginner CNC woodworkers, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks, guys.